When you look at the periodic table, you can see it has columns and rows. Each row is called a period. All of the elements in the first period have the same atomic orbitals. For example, every element in the first period has one atomic orbital. The second has two, and so on. Each column in the periodic table is called a group. The elements in each group have the same number of electrons in the outer orbital. As you go down group 3 in the periodic table, the elements get more reactive because they have one more orbital. All the elements in group 3 have 3 electrons in the outer orbital. As you go down, the boiling point decreases and the density increases. The periodic table is also divided into groups of similar elements. Gallium is part of the other metal group. In the other metal group, there are also indium, thallium, tin, and lead, and bismuth. Gallium symbol is Ga, and its atomic number is 31. It is placed there because it has similar properties as aluminium, such as the boiling point, electronegativity, covalent radius, and ionic radius.
History of gallium. In 1871, the existence of gallium was predicted by Dmitry Mendeleev, a Russian scientist. He named it aluminium based on his position of his periodic table. He even managed to predict several properties of gallium, and his predictions were quite accurate. He predicted the density and the melting point. Gallium was officially discovered by a French chemist called Paul-Émile Lecoq de Brabantron in 1875. Lecoq de Brabantron has been studying chemical elements for 15 years. He noticed that there was an element missing between aluminium and indium. He knew about Mendeleev's theory about aluminium. Later in 1875, traces of small amounts of gallium were found in diaspore, saffrite, germanite, and bauxite, and as well as in products produced by burning coal. Gallium was officially announced to the French Academy of Science in December 1875. The origin of the name comes from the Latin word Gallia, meaning France.
Description of gallium. Gallium is silver in color and reflective. It is soft and brittle metal at room temperature. Its melting point is 29.76 degrees Celsius and its boiling point is 2,204 degrees Celsius. Gallium has 31 protons, of course 31 electrons, and 39 neutrons. It has 2 electrons in its first shell, the inner shell, 8 electrons in the second shell, 18 electrons in the third shell, and 3 electrons in the fourth and outer shell. It's painted on. Uses of gallium. Due to its large liquid range, gallium is used in thermometers. It is kept in a tube-like cavity inside the thermometer. It expands and contracts due to density change, due to temperature change. At different densities, it points to different labels on the thermometer. Due to its reflectiveness, it's painted on glass to be used as a mirror, and due to its structure, gallium is used as an impurity in silicone to make semiconductors. Semiconductors aren't good conductors or insulators. Silicone has 4 outer electrons, and gallium has 3. This creates a hole in the structure, which is good for conduction. Gallium atoms are present in 1 in 10 billion silicone atoms, so it doesn't turn the compound into a conductor. This is called p-type silicon doping. Due to the radioactivity of its isotope, gallium-67, it is used in a gallium scan. This isotope is injected into the patient's vein in small quantities, and this builds up where there is higher white blood cell concentration. The patient is scanned to see where the gallium isotope has built up, and this could show where there is inflammation, infection, and certain cancer. Compounds are gallium nitrate, gallium sulfide, and gallium carbonate. Of course, there are many more. Compounds are gallium nitrate, gallium sulfide, and gallium carbonate. Of course, there are many more. Radioactivity is energy released by unstable isotopes. The isotope of an element has the same amount of protons and electrons as its element, but it has a different amount of neutrons. Interesting facts. Due to a low melting point, gallium melts in your hands. Since gallium is soft and a metal at room temperature, it can be cut with a knife. Gallium is not found as a pure element in nature. It is found in compounds such as gallium arsenide. Radioactivity is measured in Ci after Marie Curie, who discovered radium, a radioactive element. This later killed her, but her dedication to science is appreciated to this day. Other gallium compounds are gallium nitrate, gallium sulfide, and gallium carbonate. Of course, there are many